What's cracking? So, I finally opened an online Sellfy store. Now, for the last how many years being on YouTube, people have asked me to put things out there, little bits here and there, presets, pictures, audio stuff, whatever it is, and I've never really got around to doing it. And finally, it's here. So for today, we'll just talk about what's exactly on the store and what you guys can get from it. So I've got my phone here because I'm obviously going to forget what I've already put on the store, but let's just talk about the first things first. So what is on the store? On the store there is LUTs so far. We've already made some Mavic Mini LUTs. There's some Lightroom presets. There's a whole audio sound pack library which is super dope. You guys should check that out. There's also my gallery section where you can download some images that I've taken, my favorite images that I've taken over the last couple of years. And I've also opened up a new random monthly download thing which we'll talk about in a second, and I also have plans next week to start opening a £1 store within my Sellfy store so that you don't have to buy a whole preset pack. You can just buy individual files for just like £1. Yeah, it's cheap, helps you guys out, helps me out, support each other. So alright, so let's talk about what's exactly on the store. So far I've uploaded two Lightroom I've uploaded two Lightroom preset packs, right? So the first one is called Wildlands, and this one is aimed towards you landscape photographers out there. If you are similar to me now, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I like to go out when it's wet weather and try to get that dramatic kind of photography. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody else tries to wait for the nice sunset, so they only go out on sunny days, where I run out there when there's a storm happening, just before the storm and just after the storm. Things look super beautiful. But sometimes you just get caught out. You've been hiking or whatever, you've been taking pictures, you get covered in rain, and you think, damn, all these shots are gonna be whack. Well, I got the preset pack for you. This preset pack really brings out the anger, it really brings out the mood, and it's just super nice. I suppose what we could do is we could just do a little quick before and after on some images up here on the screen, so I'll show you what's going on there. So here's a before of a normal typical shot. I think I shot this one on a Sony, and this is how it looks with the preset. Here's another shot here I shot with the Fujifilm, and this is how it looks with the preset, and so on and so on. If you guys want me to go in a bit more detail on how to put these presets onto your Lightroom and stuff like that, and just talk about the settings and how it changes everything, let me know and I'll make a video about that. So that's Wildlands. Wildlands is aimed at those wet, miserable days that you just want to add some more mood and anger to. Super nice. The next Lightroom preset I have is called Cold Snap, and it's very similar to Wet Days, but it's a bit more of a multi-purpose kind of preset pack. You can use this for portraits, and it's great for like seascapes and things like that. So the more traditional kind of landscape images where it's just overcast, it works very well for that. Now you'll probably realize that's going to be a theme when it comes to this store. I don't really want to make items that I don't use myself. I end up shooting in overcast days because I live in the UK. I shoot rainy days because I live in the UK. So a lot of my preset packs are going to be aimed towards that. Now when I do go on holidays to somewhere sunny, we'll put those things on there as well, if they're good enough to make a preset pack out of. So the next thing I want to talk about on my store is my gallery pack or my wallpaper pack. Now this particular pack has like 60 of my favorite wallpaper images. I use them on my mobile, wallpaper images that I use on my mobile phone. I use it on my desktop regularly, and these are shots that I've taken over the past 3 years, I think. Yeah, it's been 3 years now. 2017 I started this little wallpaper thing for myself. I just wanted to try and make desktop kind of, you know what you get when you get a brand new Microsoft computer, you get those wallpapers. I wanted to make my own version of that 3 years ago, and this is what I've ended up with in this pack. So if you guys want to help me out and support this channel, support me as an individual, you can purchase my gallery pack, and here's a few of those images that you'll get on there in full resolution, looking super crispy and beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to a little bit more of the audio side of what I want to talk about, and that's Cinetones. This is my audio pack or my sound library. Now in Cinetones, there is a big plethora of audio that you can use in there. Now the hint is in the name, it is very Cinetones. You won't find any nice beautiful songs or anything like that in here. What you're gonna find is low droning tones, very twisty brass sounds, ambience, atmospheres, and just textures and stuff like that that you can just put behind your video to give it a bit more of a cinematic look to your video. I'll try and give a little bit of an example of that right now.
So let's just say you're talking to the camera and you're trying to be super serious, but you know that in the back of your mind there's something sinister.
It just works like that. You could just add the little tones to the background when sections that you don't really need actual music. You can just use these cine tones and they just blend in perfectly. I did put out a video previous to this one talking about the Mavic Mini preset pack and how that changes, but the cine tones goes perfect with drone footage and things like that. So yeah, go and check that out, man. I think you guys would really find that useful in your workflow. And the last two items that I have on my store are my Mavic Mini LUT preset pack. Now, a lot of you guys have asked about trying to get some LUTs for the Mavic Mini because, you know, the Mavic Mini doesn't shoot in a log format or anything like that. But what I have put together is some LUTs that I've been using recently in my videos. So any of my videos that you've been seeing, you're thinking, wow, that looks pretty cool. These are the LUTs that I've been using. I've been trying to refine them to look as best as possible. I've got some themed ones to look like Dark from, you know, the Netflix TV program. And I've got other ones which just look very typical teal and orange. And then there's some other ones which I use as a film, like it's a film curve corrector, and it just corrects the dynamic range of the Mavic Mini to look a little bit better. Now, I've noticed that when I do apply that, it looks a lot more like the Mavic Pro series rather than the Mavic Mini. So it's a bit nicer. But I will, well, I have actually. I've already put a video out previous to this video talking about using those presets on the Mavic Mini. So if you haven't watched that one already, go check that one out. See if you like it. And if you want to purchase them, go and purchase them. I will say there is a sale on my store at the moment until Sunday. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But trust me, best deals, best prices right now. If you want to check that out and support me, then head over there. The last digital item I have on my store is my random monthly mystery download thing. Now, what I'm going to do with this in particular is I want to keep this kind of, for you guys, for my supporters here on YouTube, I want to kind of make it a surprise for you. Now, it might be items that are already on the store. It might be items that are coming out on the store in the future. It may be items that I'm not planning to put on the store. It may be the whole store. But the point is, for a cheaper price, than buying a preset pack and stuff like that, you can get this mystery box. This month's mystery box, I'm really proud of it personally. It's a little bit of my own soul. I don't want to give it away. You'll never be bored of what comes out of the mystery box or the mystery product. And I want to make these come out monthly, and each month I'll delete the previous one and start a fresh one so you guys never download the same products twice, stuff like that. And yeah, obviously it makes sense. It's a mystery box. You guys don't know what you're getting. So essentially, I know you're just straight up supporting me if you buy one of those. And I love you guys to bits if you want to support me. Because I need that support, man. It ain't easy making these videos. It's difficult. Yeah, and the last thing I want to talk about really on my store is a thing that I'm thinking about bringing out within the next week or so. And that's the £1 store in my store, if that makes sense. So you can get individual LUTs, you can get individual presets, you can get individual sound packs and stuff like that just for £1. Now, I know obviously it's difficult times right now. Not a lot of people have a lot of money. So I don't want to charge extortionate prices for my presets and my online items. So if you find that spending £10 on something is a little bit too much for you this week, then you can just go and spend £1 and kind of get a little sample of how it's going to turn out, and then be like, yeah, all right, I'll get the whole preset pack or something like that. So yeah, I just wanted to make it a little bit more accessible to everybody, and that's what my whole intention is with the £1 store. I hope you guys are interested in heading over to the store. I hope you guys are loving what I'm doing right now. The channel is going to be changing up quite a bit in the next couple of weeks. I hope you guys understand why I'm doing it. Yeah, so in the next couple of weeks, the channel will be switching its shift just a little bit, and I want to focus on pushing out a bit more of a message that I used to do in my previous videos, making a bit more cinematic videos with more music incorporated and voiceovers and stuff like that. So whatever you see in the videos, how the video looks, the LUT that I put on that, I will be uploading to the pound store and stuff like that. For each video, I'll try and make a LUT, a preset of the photos I'm using, maybe some audio for you to download. I'll either put it into a big pack at the end, or I'll put it on the pound store so you guys can go and purchase and listen to it, or just use it on your videos and stuff like that. I hope this helps you guys out, and if you feel like supporting me, then I'll be super, super grateful. So that's it for this video, a update of what's been going on and the opening or the grand opening of my store. Now remember, oh yeah, sorry, I was going to tell you. So at the moment, my store is in a discount mode. I've put 30% off everything on the store at the moment. So I'll show you some of the prices of how that works out right now. So I want to work it out that you don't really spend over £10 on any item on my store. That's kind of how I want it to be. I feel like when you're starting to spend £10 on digital products or above, sorry, it starts to be a bit more on the pricey side, and not a lot of people can access that kind of money just here and there. So I want to kind of keep it low, support you, you support me, and that's that. So go check out the store if you're interested, please do, and I will love you guys forever if you do decide to support me. Peace, and I will catch you in whichever video happens to come next.